Welcome to RJ Academy, and today I will teach you Class 12 English, Chapter The Third Level. The modern world is saturated with insecurity, fear, and war. The pressure of daily life builds up until almost everyone, at some point, has the urge to simply walk away and escape to a quieter time. But an ordinary 31-year-old man named Charlie claims he found a way to do exactly that. Not metaphorically, but literally. The presidents of the major New York railroads will swear on a stack of timetables that Grand Central Station only has 2 levels. Charlie insists there are 3, and that he has physically walked down into a secret portal that leads directly to the year 1894. He takes this incredible story to his friends, including a psychiatrist named Sam. Sam shuts the idea down immediately. Clinical tone. Sam labels the experience a waking dream wish fulfillment. In his professional view, Charlie is unhappy, and his mind has projected this third level as a psychological exit from the pressures of modern life. Charlie's friends back the doctor up. They point to his intense stamp collecting hobby as evidence that he is actively seeking a temporary refuge from reality, painting him as a completely unreliable narrator. To understand Charlie's claim, we have to retrace his steps. One night after working late, he heads into Grand Central, walking down past the familiar first level for long-distance trains and the second level for the suburban lines. He ducks into an arched doorway, heading for the subway. Grand Central is famously maze-like, and he quickly gets turned around in the corridors. Charlie starts to feel that the station is actively growing beneath the city, pushing out new, hidden staircases and tunnels, like the roots of a massive tree. The tunnel slants downward and takes a sharp left. He walks down a short flight of stairs and steps out into a completely different concourse. The room is smaller, and the ticket windows are carved from old wood. The lighting is instantly jarring. It's dim and flickering. He looks closely at the fixtures and realizes they are open-flame gas lights. The people around him are wearing derby hats and handlebar mustaches. A newsboy is selling copies of The World, a paper that hasn't been printed for years, dated June 11, 1894. And out on the tracks sits a tiny, funnel-stacked steam locomotive. For Charlie, the psychiatrist's explanation falls apart here. He hasn't drifted off to sleep. He is standing in a tangible, breathing history. He walks straight to the window. He wants to buy 2 tickets for himself and his wife to Galesburg, Illinois. In 1894, Galesburg is a town of huge lawns and peaceful summer evenings. It sits 20 years removed from the First World War, an absolute contrast to the anxieties waiting for him back home. He counts out his money, but the clerk glares at him. The clerk threatens to call the police, assuming Charlie is trying to scam him, because modern bills are entirely the wrong size and design for the 1890s. Not wanting to go to an 1894 jail, Charlie runs back up the tunnel. The next day, he empties his bank savings and pays a premium at a coin dealer to buy authentic 19th century currency. He returns to the station with the right money, but he hits a dead end. No matter how many times he wanders the halls, he can never find the corridor leading to the third level again. The vanishing door seems to prove Sam right. Charlie found a psychological escape valve, but the illusion shattered when he tried to make it permanent. But then Sam, the highly logical psychiatrist who dismissed Charlie's story, suddenly vanishes. Charlie's suspicions are piqued when he discovers that Sam recently exchanged $800 for old-style currency. That's enough to start a new life in the 1890s. One night, while sorting through his grandfather's vintage stamp collection, Charlie finds something that shouldn't be there. He is looking at his first-day covers. When a new stamp is issued, collectors mail an envelope to themselves on the first day to prove the date, usually leaving the paper inside blank. But he finds an envelope postmarked July 18, 1894, mailed to his grandfather's address in Galesburg. He opens it and discovers the paper is covered in handwriting. The note is signed by Sam. He confirms that he has actually found the third level and is currently living in 1894 Galesburg, listening to his neighbors sing on their front porches. He urges Charlie and his wife to keep looking until they find the door. This letter leaves a lingering question. Did a man of science actually step out of time? Or is this letter just Charlie slipping deeper into his own psychological delusion? For your exams, understand that Jack Finney uses this ambiguity to make a broader point. Whether through a stamp collection, a quiet daydream, or a hidden train terminal, humans naturally reach into the past to survive the overwhelming stress of the present. Notes for this chapter are in the description. Catch you next time.